Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to the sixth race of the Grand Prix Classics Championship, hosted by the Semi-Slick Racing community. My name is Vindict. I'm your commentator for the sixth time in a row for this season, and for two more races after today's. And today we do have a very interesting one. I want to jump right into that. What's interesting about this one? Well, firstly, got Nolsey again. Hello, Nolsey. He's on pace for the practice session at least, doing a solid job. But what else? I want to show you, or take a look at together, the driver's standings. Here they are. Okay, so there was one small change. Dustin got a penalty for causing collision, I believe. He was one of the people that messed with the Crow last race in Portugal. He got a penalty for it, dropped a few places. As a result, Gerald is now still 1 point ahead of the Crow, which is funny. So Dustin got penalized for hurting the Crow's race, and as a result of that penalty, he has hurt the Crow's championship position. But the gap is 1 point. That wouldn't last till the end anyway, so Crow's got a very good shot of overtaking. And what I think is more notable, Domska is currently 18 points ahead. 18 points ahead of Gerald Schmidt, and 19 of the Crow. It is possible, not very likely I think, but it is possible that Domska takes the championship today. He will need to be 32 points ahead of the next driver. If it's exact, I think it's already enough because he has won 4 races. Nobody can equal that. Nobody will be able to equal that. So, Domska, if he wins today, Gerald has a bad race and the Crow has a bad race. And I think Dustin, he is a little bit further back. Not 32 points though. It's going to be tough. It is possible. It's not very likely Domska takes it today. But he is still very well ahead. It's also very possible if he has a bad race day, he can be caught up to a decent amount. It's not comfortable yet. But because the season is so short, it's very possible that you know, it's either he takes it today or he has a terrible race and he's actually in a little bit of trouble. We'll see. A lot of things happening behind that as well. Statue, of course, winning last race, caught well up to Dustin. Only 2 points behind him, so 5th place great, 4th place very possible. Randers will not be catching him today. Randers is not present today, so good chance for Statue, and he is there today, currently in P5 in the session. So we see him in the background. So he's got a chance to really solidify that top 5 position and maybe even take 4th. The Saubers close together. Nacho and Michael did a good job last time, Nacho. So overtook Michael in championship as a result. And behind that, Cavlaw and the Ferrari in silver also not here today. Benton and Williams, so you got the top 5 teams all together. Yeah, Manfred and ACM behind. Manfred is here today as well. Will be able to get into the double digits and maybe even overtake Silver, because Silver will not be able to defend himself. He is not present. So that's the first page. Let's see if there's anything interesting on the second page. It's a bit more close together. You got a couple of reserve drivers in there. Nolsey still on the second page. Will be trying to go for that first page today. I think he's got a very good chance. Rider also here today. Will be trying the same thing for sure. Mario has become a reserve driver. I think he has missed indicating that he will or will not join a couple of times too many, so he's been demoted. Also, we're expecting someone who hasn't joined yet, one of the Tyrrell drivers, Papnassi. He hasn't joined at all yet this season. He said he would be there today, and if he isn't, well, that's not a reserve driver, I guess. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully we'll see him around. Team standings then, what do they look like? Well, Ligier is absolutely running away with this one. They got Benetton in second place. The Ferraris and Saubers close together, and the Williamses very close behind that as well. I think if I... Ooh, hang on. I'm going to do some live checking, because I feel like the results as they stand on your screen right now are different than what we have written down in the server. It's strange. It seems like there's a couple of phantom points that shouldn't quite be there. I'll double check that after the race. We're not doing that right now. So the team standings don't seem to align perfectly with what's on the server right now. And yeah, I'll check all that later. But that's roughly what it looks like. The main takeaway is that it's very close between the Ferrari team, the Sauber team, and the Williams team. Williams team will have a replacement driver today. We'll have a look at that. The drivers today right now. So these are the teams. Got Domska and Crow both here, Gerald and Dustin both here. Statue will be driving without Cavalo as far as we know. And we've got both the Saubers. And for Williams we have a reserve driver in Dmitry Petrov. It will be his first race with SSR, so hopefully it will be a good one for him. Got Max Manfred for the Jordan team. We're trying to hold those spirits high up. His teammate, I haven't seen him yet. I don't think he will be joining today, unfortunately. Any more teams today? Yes, absolutely. We've got the full team of McLaren. And hopefully they will be... Well, they'll be fighting to move up, and hopefully they succeed for their sake. We've got a Manali team in JJ and Game Tiger. They're both here. We've got Maserati AC for MTV Simtech Ford. Maserati, of course, if you remember, last time we were in Germany, we were at the Hockenheim circuit. Maybe the European Grand Prix, but we are still physically in Germany. Nürburgring, specifically. Last time around the Hockenheim ring, he had a brilliant race, and then his car just refused to refuel. A bug that has since been fixed, so he will not have a repeat of that. And yeah, hopefully it will be good for him. We'll be able to repeat his performance. And Papnassi should be joining for the Tyrrell team. And that is all the teams. We still have a lot of time left. Let's quickly look at the calendar. European Grand Prix, 6 races of the season. 1 hour later than normal, you might have noticed. It's 1 hour later than normal because of the Bahrain Grand Prix. If you have seen that earlier today, that was a brilliant one to watch. Hopefully this one will equal that level of excitement. Yeah, so went 1 hour later just to make sure that every one of the drivers who are also, of course, Formula 1 fans, we do all love watching it, me included. Yeah, so we made sure to schedule around that a little bit. So that's the calendar. Next time will be the Japanese Grand Prix and then the Belgian Grand Prix as the finale. And of course, chances for each race, each of the next 3 for Domska to take the championship, secure it. And so it will be his very first attempt. Currently, it looks like he's quick. Dustin also throwing this car around the circuit. It is such a fun circuit to watch be driven, to drive as well. It's quite technical. It's got a couple of very tricky corners. This one is probably one of the easier ones. This one is quite tricky to get exactly right. On a wide entry, late on the brakes, carry as much speed as you can, and through here, get the line right. You do have to release or brake a little bit. And through here, this is fairly simple. But then you have a chicane. Let me see which chicane they have. There are 2. I think they have the tight one, yes. That's a slightly trickier version. And then this hairpin is also difficult to get right. Not nearly as devilish as Sector 1, which we'll be looking at a bit as well. Actually, I want you to be on board with this in the cockpit, actually. See how little you can see of the next corner. You just need to know it's there. You see the brake markers on the left. You need to line up for it in a weird way. That's the apex. You need to get out of it. Go to the right immediately to get this turn right. And once you're out of here, you're still not done because there's another corner. This is extremely technical. Wide entry, try to get a good line here, a line on the left. Go right, carry as much speed out of there because this one actually matters. If you go wide, you might lose your lap time. And then this downhill S section. So very technical, very difficult to get right. Yeah, very, very tricky track. It's very fun, actually, in an F1 car, for sure. In other cars, it can be a bit of a struggle, especially because in Sector 1. But in these cars, I think it's a lot of fun. You see, also Dustin sliding this car around a lot. It's probably intentional. I don't think he's doing that entirely by accident. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. Got Knowles here as well. I do note someone in the chat, Randers, he's not driving today, but he is in the chat. It's known that Williams is on 58 points. I will need to verify that. The points are calculated for me. Like, I just enter the results and then it calculates them. So I just need to go through and check every result. See if it's if Dustin made a mistake or I made a mistake. We'll do that before next race. Because if I do it right now, we'll be halfway through the race by the time I'm done. So we'll leave it for now. Knowlesy looking very good to give the McLaren team some points that they've been desperately looking for. Currently in P3 in the session, faster than Gerald, so he would be within the top 2 teams, being a bit of a break in there. I think more often than not this season, we have had drivers within the top 2 teams of Benetton and Ligier. Of course, Domska and the Crow in the Ligier cars are very dominant this season. But the Benettons of Dustin and Gerald Schmidt have also been very strong. But often Randers has been in there. Last race, Statue was straight up ahead, and Nacho was in the field, in the mix as well. So it seems more and more the drivers are getting the hang of this car and are showing what they are capable of. Statue also second place right now. Somebody left this session. I'm not quite sure who that will be, but the administration in a bit. So Statue straight up being in second place is very good business for him, actually. Ferrari team having a very good shot of overtaking everyone for the fight of third place. Actually, I think they're already third. They need to defend it. That's their job. And Statue in his position is the best he can do, probably, unless he can win the race again. Kaffler will not be helping today. He's not here today. So that's Knowlesy's, that's Statue's job. He is now driving. Knowlesy just tried to get himself into the first list, top 12 in the standings, and get the team maybe even 6th place. I think that's going to be the highest possible for the McLaren team for now. It's simply too competitive for 3rd, 4th and 5th. The Crow as well had a very extremely challenging race last time, but his performance was not the problem. He was actually quite fast, maybe faster than Domska and perhaps faster than Statue, but he kept being spun around. I think I saw him point the... Oh lord, don't do that. I was broken to the DRS, but thankfully we don't need that. Yeah, a little bit like that. He was pointing the wrong way on the track quite a few times last time. And hopefully today it doesn't happen so often. Nacho last time also extremely strong. Actually the strongest I've seen him drive. As he found something, is he able to repeat the performance. Right now he's 7th. And 7th doesn't sound that amazing in the context of the season. But if you look at who's ahead, the Crow only just ahead. And then Gerald also. Like everybody up there. The top 4 is in there, of course. But Statue won the last race. Knowlesy, we know, is capable of more than he has shown. When he has been here. So, yeah, Nacho has unlocked something. And well, everybody's become more competitive. So as a result, he has to fight harder for more points. But yeah, hopefully he will be able to show something good today. Of course, over 1 lap, he will be there, roughly. Not quite up top, but able to fight. If in the race he has good pace, then anything's possible. Dmitry Petrov Petrov standing in for Randus, who was not here today. He's driving the Rothman Williams. Has now put the car nicely into the pit box. Also, well, not watching him right now, but Dimitri is doing decently for what will be his first race in, with SSR. It's often hard to say how much experience people have. His open lobby rating, I know, is not great, but open lobby ratings are a bit misleading sometimes. You do have to be a bit lucky. I haven't been racing an open lobby so much, so I can't really put it into context. Michael, teammate of Nacho, wasn't all there as good as Nacho last time around, so hopefully today he has a better race. Ride or Die is here today, currently in P10. In practice at least, doesn't mean much, but he is... it's good to see him again. And we'll be fighting with Nolsey for... well, McLaren further up the list, top 6. I think that will be the goal. Maybe he himself can also enter the top 12 in the championship standings. But it will be tough because it's a competitive field up there. Everybody above him is very, very capable and experienced. Maserati behind there. Of course, he had a great race. Hopefully he can repeat it, and this time with fuel. Max Manfred, I don't think his time is too representative. Game Tiger is behind that in P13 currently. He's driving out right now. And JJ, his teammate, is also joining today. JJ in P17, and Game Tiger hasn't scored any points this season yet. We'll have a very good shot today. We're expecting up to 15 people. We're still waiting on one person, but he's not here yet. Hopefully he will join in a bit. 2 minutes until the start of qualifying anyway. Let's not have a look at Dom's guys. Hit the wall. Thankfully, of course, it's practice. It's a sim. It's sim racing. It's okay. You could just reset the garage and keep trying. Take a little bit more risk. Yeah, just find the limits on the other side. Normally, when you want to find the limits in the car, you don't overdrive the car. You drive it where it's comfortable and just push a little bit more over time. I mean, don't do this to your real car. Don't actually go on the streets doing things like that. But yeah, if you're in a real car, it's different, of course. You can't approach it from overdriving and trying to tame yourself. You have to always stay in sort of a comfort window. And actually, hang on, Dustin has just improved his time. He's now faster than Domska. 2 thousandths is the gap. Domska hasn't improved in a while. Is Dustin going to win a race this season? Is it going to be today? It's possible. We haven't seen him win a race yet this season, but he has done it in the past. He is very capable of doing it. Last season, when Alan Fry was the dominant factor, I think he also won a race then. Hasn't done so this season yet. Still missing. Is it going to be today? Domska is going to be a threat again, obviously today. He always is. It's not like he doesn't make mistakes at all. He has shown some mistakes from his side in Portugal. But I wouldn't count on it. It's not something you can expect or calculate with. See how Dimitri drives for a bit. Of course, first time racing with us. Well, I mean, the session is over, so I won't see much. But the exit looks nice. He puts the car nicely in the middle. It seems smooth enough. We'll see more of him later. Domska slightly behind Dustin, who is the fastest in the session. There are still some people driving. I wish I could click on one of them. There we go. Game Tiger still on the track. It's got a decent way to go, actually, going through these S's. And you can see how tricky they are. The real problem with them is there is essentially one line. If you hit the curbs too hard, it can unsettle the car. It's not immediately lethal, but it is a risk you take. And it just has to go wrong once during the race and it will cost you everything. So it's very important to be comfortable there. go through at a very high speed. So if you make a mistake and you start spinning, it's a lot of time loss. You might even lose a front wing. Out of the last corner, he's taking it comfortable. Not trying to push it too hard. I think that's smart. Especially if you want to get on the board. It's unlikely we'll finish with the same amount of people that we start with. Possible, not likely. So if you survive, it's honestly, you have a very good chance of scoring points. And I think that should be the aim today. So Dustin out. Who is out first? I think it's Gerald. Yes, Gerald is the man we're going to follow for a lap around the Nürburgring. Who is the first lap to be set? I like to follow. And after that, honestly, it's mostly chaos. Because laps, it's not like real F1 where people go out orderly at the start of the session, set their first lap, all come in. Then some other teams are a bit off. They set their laps and go back in, and then they don't go out again. And then the teams of the first wave go back out, set the final lap, and that's it. This is not like that. This tends to be, you go out, you sit the lap, maybe two. Depends on what your strategy is, what you think is best for the tires. Sometimes it's best to do 2 out laps. And then you reset to the garage, and then you go again. And you just keep going until you can't, until there's not enough time. And even then, sometimes it's good to already set up the car for the race. Get a feel for it. See, I might see people drive out even though there's no point, because they won't make it to the line in time. At least I do it sometimes. I'm not sure if that's good etiquette. It's bad etiquette if you block people. You have to be very mindful of blocking people. But anyway, on board with Gerald Smith around the last corner. This is where the lap really starts, because you want a good exit, and I think he's got a decent one here. Under the BMW M-Power sign, as he starts a lap of the Nürburgring circuit. Brake for this turn and get the apex just about right. I think you normally want a little bit later to get a slightly better exit and better run into here. And line up on the outside, brake as late as you can, as you should, honestly. Get the line right through here. On the power as early as you can without going wide. I think he's nailed that part. And brake here, make sure you hit this apex and line up nicely to the left for this corner. Get a good exit out of here, because this is actually a straight where you want a little bit of speed. But not for too long. You do hit a hairpin here. It's a bit banked, so you can carry a little bit more speed through it than you would think. And you can focus nicely on your exits. Uphill, left and right. Very exciting corners to do full speed. Didn't hear a lift. You do have to lift and brake here, though. Very tight through here. Not a moment of braking through here. So on the power as you can, and flat through here. Already lines up to the right to reduce the distance driven a little bit. And then brakes for the chicane. Lap is almost over now. Up nicely to the left for this hairpin corner again. And it's all about getting a good exit here as well. This track is mostly exits and a lot of technical stuff. That will be the first lap. It's a 1:36.2. And let's see what Domska does. The championship leader coming around the final corner to set his lap time. Statue didn't beat Gerald. Dustin didn't do it. Is Domska gonna do it? He doesn't. Gerald Smith is currently provisionally in pole position after the first shots are fired. But you have to note, well, the Crow has now beaten Gerald by over a second. So, banker laps all around. Gerald is still driving. Don't think he's coming at all after his first lap. See some people clearly not setting representative lap times yet. Woolsey 1.2 seconds behind, can probably improve, get a bit closer to the Crow. Statue also decent way behind. Dustin also. There's a lot of people that have time left on the table that haven't done their best yet. Still 10 minutes left, plenty of time, and the track will rubber in. Little by little, the times should calm down. Going through the chicane, those cones do mean that we are at the chicane, last sector of the track. Also the pit entry. It's a very tight chicane into the pits. Oh, sorry, not a chicane, a hairpin. As Garrett comes across the line, is it going to be an improvement in time? It is not. And he decides to immediately send it back to the box. What's Domska going to do? I don't think Domska has come in either. So let's see if he improves in time after this lap. Oh, 1 second behind last time. Half a second now. He's half the gap. What's Nosey gonna do across the line? It looked like he jumped back, but trust me, it was a change of camera angle. He's improved his time, but not his position. Not that spectacular of an improvement. Dustin now 5th place. What's Statue gonna do? The Crow has set a very, very strong lap immediately out of the gate. Statue still has a long way to go, goes wide there. I'm not sure if that invalidates the lap time immediately. Might be a bit lenient there. Yeah, is the Crow gonna improve? 135.237 now on the board. Is this gonna be an improvement straight away, or is he setting up another lap? Is not an improvement right now, but I think he was setting up another lap. So let's go on board with the man currently provisionally in pole position. Is he pushing? Is he going to be able to equal or even beat his lap time? I think he might be surprised with the fact that he's so far ahead. As it stands, very, very strong performance from him. Nolsey also in P4 will be quite happy with the position, I think. The time gap is quite big still, but you know, P4 is P4. We have Dustin in P5 will also want more. Statue in P6. Very close to Dustin. And JJ is also very close. JJ actually really showing up today. Have a good shot at... Oh, really showing what he can do. Dick Crow goes too wide, makes a mistake, and that's not going to be an improvement anymore. Yeah, he aborts that lap. That makes him vulnerable to the likes of Domska, who is now starting a lap into Sector 1, the first few corners, the technical section. A decent exit out of that. Lining up for the S's. Oh, but he makes a mistake, actually. His rear is completely let go. Didn't have enough grip, and that lap is also gone. Nolsey now in P3 has improved past Gerald. Gerald, he's going to want that position. It's very good for the McLaren team. Gerald already on his way back. He's actually in the slipstream of one of the Simtech cars, I think those are. The Minardi cars, excuse me. The neon green gives it away. Hopefully that won't harm him. These cars do use their downforce for grip, so I'm not sure if the Dirty is going to help or harm. He does have the slipstream. He does have that extra speed on the straights. Oh, but you see here it messed up his braking. I think he's just lining up for another lap. So that's not going to be an improvement. Statue has also improved. He's currently in P3. And the gap to the driver behind is very, very small. Nolsey very close to Statue. But Statue, is he going to take the fight to the Ligier cars again? The gap now is big in qualifying. During the race, it is sometimes just a different story. Maybe he has a better strategy. This is a gap you can make up with better strategy. And I also must remind you, in principle, these cars are equal. The only difference you can make, well, one is the setup and two is yourself. You just need to sometimes find a better setup and sometimes just find more pace by driving whatever setup you have, getting used to it and finding a limit in it. JJ also improves to 4th place. Very, very impressive from him. It also means everybody's got a shot. Everybody has a fair shot for pole position. Some people just have a better feel for the car or a better feel for how to set up this car. And there are stories going around, I mentioned it last time, that specifically the Ligier team has found a trick with these cars, a setup trick. That setup trick appears to have helped them a decent amount in the early races. It was found out in the half-season break, but I don't think any other team has got the full benefit of it yet. Maybe Statue does. He won that last race. He's improved his time again. It's just not enough for a position. Oh, and JJ switched him, immediately makes a mistake. I'm very sorry. I feel responsible. Correlation is not the same as causation, but I did click him and then he died, so... It was maybe me. We cannot rule it out. Anyway. Also in P5, former reserve driver currently permanently for the McLaren team. P5 would be a brilliant finishing position for the team and for himself. He showed very good promise in Imola, specifically in the, I think in the qualifying sessions, he's really good. In the race sessions, I have my doubts. I would love to be proven wrong. I feel like he's a little bit mistake prone, which if you're sim racing against random people, it's okay, a lot of people make mistakes. If you get destroyed on Monza, lap 1, turn 1, in an open lobby, you can probably just keep driving and finish 3rd anyway. That's very possible. In this league though, people are very competitive. If you make a mistake, you're not getting any better than 8th. It's that rough. It's that rough. Got a team of Benetton cars that do not make mistakes, it seems. You got Domska and the Crow. They are consistent. Statue has proven it as well last race. Yet you do not get away with any mistakes. Didn't improve his time. He's still 5th place. And what are the Benettons gonna do? Dustin is quite a long way away. I don't think he's happy with his time right now. He's 7th place. Mind you, this is a team that is in 2nd. Gerald and Dustin were consistently right behind the Ligier cars, maybe with the Randers in between. But right now, oh, he has improved now. He's 4th place, so that's very good of him. What's Gerald going to do? He's right behind. Is he going to improve as well? He will have time for 1, maybe 2 more laps. 1 more lap if he resets, 2 more laps if he has enough fuel right now and keeps driving. I'm not sure if the tires were like that though. He's got a 2nd to make up to the Crow, who has been on top from the first laps. He's setting another lap. Crow looking to be completely dominant in this session. Domska still 3/10 behind, but I'm pretty sure the Crow is still on his first lap. I don't think he's improved it at all. He set the lap of his life and has been struggling to meet it. It's like when you're singing in the shower, you hit a note perfectly, you can never replicate it. It's the kind of torture that the Crow is suffering through right now. But yeah, he's got a little bit more time. It's not exactly safe where he is. Anybody could take that spot at any time. If they build a similarly strong lap, like the Crow's first. I will say the Crow does seem to have a very good handle of this car. He made a mistake earlier, but it's honestly because he's trying to push a lap time that doesn't want to be pushed. You want to be late. Well, not late. You want to be as early on the power as you can, but not too early. If you're too early, you go on the gravel. What he did in his previous attempt. He's going to finish his likely 2nd to last lap. He might have another lap right after that. Geldsmith has improved to 4th now. It's only Statue in between the top 2 teams. We very happy in there. JJ has finished the session currently in P6. That's the best he's going to get. The Crow, does he improve his time? He does. He has found a little bit of extra time, but it's only a 10th. And that's going to be his time. That's going to be the one to do it. And that's what he's just going to have to sit in the pits and hope. That's a terrible feeling, I think. Yes, yep, that's my lap. Let's hope. He's just sitting there looking at the monitor, looking at what is Domska doing, what is Statue doing. Statue is also still improving. Where is he on the track? He's a little bit behind Domska, so if Domska finishes, we will be looking directly at him. Oh, I'm not sure if Domska is going to get an extra. No, he's not. He will not be getting an extra lap. It will be just a little bit too late for that. Session's complete. Where's Domska going to be? Does he improve? He does improve, but it's not enough to beat the Crow. What is Statue going to do? Statue rounding the last corner. Where is he gonna be? Does he improve? He does not improve. It's gonna be third for him. Geralt isn't driving. Dustin is still driving though. What is he gonna do? Round the last corner he went, and across the line he goes. Where's this man gonna be? Dustin improves past his teammate, and that's all. That is all for him. Let's see, Maserati is still driving. Of course, just as important. I am trying to give his administration right, and as Maserati unfortunately messes up that lap, that's not going anywhere, unfortunately. I think most people are done. I think everybody's done. Yes, there we go. Okay, we quickly have to get a good feeling of where everyone is. Game Tiger is ahead of Max. So it's going to be a pole position for the Crow. Domska, second place. That's only J1-2. The opposite order you would normally expect. Statue, nice and snug in between the Benetton team and the Ligier team. Then we got Dustin and Geralt in that order. JJ follows then. Very good results from him so far. Then follows Nolsey. Michael in P8. I'm not sure you'll be satisfied with that, but honestly, with how competitive everyone is, it's completely fine. Nacho right behind that, followed by Maserati, who rounds up the top 10. Then we've got Ride or Die in the McLaren in P11, also fighting for points. Dimitri in P12. And then we've got Game Tiger and Max Manfred. They are at the end of the grid. There'll be a 2 minutes break. So also for you, if you are watching this, if you are enjoying this and you want to see how these guys race, and they do race, get a drink, get a snack, and make sure to enjoy. See, some drivers are in the chat today. No, Randers is watching, of course. All drivers that couldn't make it today are keeping an eye on the championship because, well, it's more than just showing up for a couple of races and doing your thing and forgetting about it. People are really engaged and care about where they stand in the championship and how it develops. And also, it's just really good racing. Most of the time. Especially at the front, we've seen incredible racing between these drivers. Very quickly, again, let me remind you of the starting grid, if you didn't see it earlier. The Kroon Domska with the Ligier 1-2. Statue in that third place will be fighting for even more points and maybe even poking his nose into the top 4. Currently 5th position in the championship. Will be looking to pass Dustin. But Dustin is right there in 4th place trying to defend it. Geralt, his teammate, next to him in P5. Then we've got JJ and Manardi trying to finally hold some good points this season. He only has 2 behind his name. Hopefully he can more than double it today. Nolsey is first outing as a fixed McLaren driver. In P7 will be doing a good job for that team if he finishes. exactly there. Michael and Nacho follow then the Sauber team, of course, in a very bitter fight for P3 in the championship, the team championship. They'll be fighting there as well. Nacho performed excellently last time in the race, so hopefully he can repeat that. Maserati in the Simtek right after that. Hopefully he can do exactly what he did in Hockenheim. Ryder in 11th and Dmitry Petrov in his first outing in P12. He's already in the points. He just needs to finish there and he will actually get them. Last two on the grid, Game Tiger and Max Manfred. They will honestly be out of the clinch. If they're smart, they take a little bit of distance because this turn one can get ugly. It's not quite Monza. It's not much better because of how blind it is, how wide it is, which sounds weird. And right after the first corner, there's a second one that goes the other way. So it's very easy to get caught up in something. We don't have a better view than this, unfortunately. And there they go. The crow is off, but Domska has a much better start, and he's already ahead. And Domska on the inside there. Oh, but later on the brakes is the... Oh, and they crash! The Ligier cars take each other out, and it's Statue in the lead, followed by the two Benettons. Nobody else has changed position, but the Ligier cars, a major disaster. There they go. They've taken each other out. Oh, there will be talks there. Was the crow that just wanted to hold on to a position too much? Or did Domska go on the inside where he shouldn't be? There will be talks about that. I'm sure they're very frustrated. They've got it all to do. But they're very, very strong drivers. Dmitry Petrov also has made a mistake, I think. It is nobody else that's involved, thankfully. But yeah, that is a major thing for this championship. Every single team will have good points to get today. JJ in 4th place, trying to fend off Nolsey, who is right behind. But as you can see on this track, because of how technical it is, if drivers are smart, you do start these to get all of these gaps developed very, very quickly. Ryder in 6th place, will be extremely happy with that. That will be a good point for him. I think he's, has he in fact, yeah, he has overtaken quite a lot of people at the start. He started 11th, mind you. Michael is in P7, ahead of his teammate Nacho. The Sauber team up for some very good points right now. Game Tiger avoided all of the drama, is currently in P9th, ahead of Maserati, dropped a few places. Oh, and Nolsey, where's Nolsey? Nolsey is on the gravel. Nolsey's made a major mistake. Oh, and it's 13th. Oh, that's going to be tough to make up. It is a long race, but it is going to be tough. And we already have a very clear top 4, I think. JJ a little bit behind. We got Dustin smelling the fumes Statue, who's not able to drive away yet. And Geralt is right behind. You see this often. The Benettons very, very close together. They're very competitive. As the crow is trying to make his way past Game Tiger. Game Tiger is defending it a little bit. He's trying to hang it around there. It's gonna make it very difficult for Domska, who's also going to try and overtake now. Oh, it's gonna be tricky to do it here. This is a very tricky corner to overtake. Does Game Tiger let him live, honestly? They let each other live very nicely, side by side. Game Tiger has the better line here. Oh, but Domska nails it. I think Game Tiger took a little bit too much speed into that. It's the outside, but because of the way the corner is, sometimes it's better to be outside. But very nicely done for Domska. They are fighting their way up already. Doing a very nice job. And I think Statue is not quite running away with it. Benettons are keeping an eye on him, but is currently not a direct threat. Gerald Smith very close to Dustin. They do tend to make this train for themselves. I think they've agreed not to fight too much unless it's the end of the race or something. They understand they will have a slightly different pace over a long run. And if you fight too much now, you saw what happened at the start. It's better for the team if they stick exactly where they are, especially with the opportunity that has arose. And immediately you gotta say, I don't think Domska is winning the championship today. Michael looking on the inside of... Ooh, that's a bit tricky to say what happened there. Ride or die in the clinch there with Michael. It was a small collision. Michael did go past. Thankfully, there's no huge collision. I think they realized just in time what was going on and adjusted accordingly. Ride or die is dropping a little bit. I think the Saubers just have a little bit too much space. He's going to have to settle for wherever he stands. Ooh, there's a collision. I don't know what happened. It was a little bit netcode. The Ligiers car have to completely back out. Ride or Die is being eaten alive and almost murdered. And yeah, that is the Crow making his way past, and Domska is right there as well. Ride or Die, unfortunately, well, he had a very good start. He had a decent qualifying. He just doesn't quite have the pace to stay ahead of the Ligier cars. Of the Sauber cars as well. So he's just now going to have to hand in what he has taken. And one has to say, Maserati is actually keeping up with the Ligier cars decently for now. He's doing an alright job. Domska is having some trouble with Ride or Die, who is defending quite decently around this lap. But he now has conceded Ride or Die back to P9, and Maserati is right there. Might be a fight there brewing. And that might actually be something to look for. A lot of this has just been people sorting them out, themselves out. The Ligier cars would, of course, overtake a couple of the cars that were out of position. After their accident at the start. Maserati currently not quite able to catch up to Ride or Die. And keep an eye on Nosy behind, is all I'm saying. Look at this timing tab, which currently says 18. That says 12. The gap is about, what will that be, 6 seconds? See how that develops. Speaking of developments, Statue has made a mistake and has dropped back to 3rd. No one has said 18. It dropped to 15th. That's the gap to the leader. No, Statue has lost a couple of seconds. As a result, has conceded the position to Dustin and to Gerald Schmid. And Dustin is the new leader of the race. Is it gonna happen today then? The Benettons currently in a very, very nice 1-2. Will be doing a very good job for that team championship and for themselves. They're fighting. Gerald Schmid is not letting him go. They are fighting for this race win, and Gerald Schmid is now the new race leader. There he is. He does seem to have a little bit better pace than Dustin this season. He's shown it at least once last season around the Indianapolis circuit, the road course in the V10s. And today he does seem to have better pace. Statue is keeping up. They do have to watch out though. It's not for Statue, Dustin and Gerald all need to watch out, and that's not for JJ. It's not for Michael. It's for the Crow. The Crow is already in 6th place and he's only 7 seconds behind, and the gap is closing. It's a competitive field, but the Ligier cars are absolutely on fire. And a couple of mistakes and fights at the front, that gap can close very, very quickly, and it is a long race. Only 5 laps into a 35 lap race. I'm realizing I'm not managing my voice very well, but a lot has happened already. The Crow waiting for a mistake from the driver ahead, Michael. Michael is one of those drivers. Well, he has the position. He wants to defend it no matter what. He's going to do a strong defense here. No, he stays to the outside. Actually, he's been forced into a mistake. Well, it's an unforced error technically, but he has been pushed into one. And as a result, concedes that position. The Crow currently already up to P5, 6.5 seconds behind the lead. Domska very easily makes his way past Michael. The J team moves up and onwards. Next person, JJ. On the chopping block. And after that, there will be a lot of clean air between them and the top 3. The podium so far. It's early doors in the race, but it is looking very, very good for the top 3 right now. Sticking together. There has been a little bit of fight, but not too much. You see the Crow is catching quickly. With a very good sense of this car. One mistake at the start and you have to deal with, well, whatever this is. Trying to catch up to everyone, trying to overtake them on track. It costs you time. It costs you a chance to win this race nicely, but damage limitations will be done. It might even end up in gaining points by the end. Pro getting very, very close now. Let's see on board with him. Is it going to be here already at the chicane? Very tough. JJ does go a little bit defensive. The Crow does have a better line, better exit. Is it going to be the inside of the hairpin already? Is it going to be this hairpin? Normally it's the next hairpin, but here we go side by side through here. JJ has a better exit potential. Domska is actually a little bit of a threat to the Crow as well. But Slipstream again. He's taking a lot of space very far on the inside. Domska is actually looking through the middle. Is that going to be possible? Ooh, don't repeat the mistake from the start. Are they both going to overtake JJ? JJ is still holding on. JJ is still ahead. There's no overtake. Oh, and the Crow actually goes wide. Domska's on the inside. These guys are already fighting for what they think might be the win at the end. JJ has made a mistake. He's now far behind. And the Crow is ahead. Domska is ahead. And JJ has been overtaken by 2 people. That's the end. That's all that happened in the end. Very good fighting from these guys to let each other live a fair amount. A fair amount. It wasn't, no, you go ahead, no, you go ahead. It wasn't too polite. It was good racing. Oh, and do note that we have already got a retirement. I think it's our stand-in driver, Dimitri, unfortunately, had to retire. 14th place for him. Unfortunately, no points for Williams today. Also note, Gerald Schmidt has, after that audacious overtake on his teammate, Dustin has not been able to keep up. Gerald Schmidt is building a gap. I feel like conspiracy theory. Not I mean, technically it's a conspiracy between 2 people, the drivers of the Benetton team. Maybe they decided, look, if we make it up to 1-2, Gerald needs to be ahead. We think he has better pace. When it's fighting between Michael and JJ here, with JJ being overtaken by Michael. As I was saying, the Benetton team might have decided Gerald, we think, has better pace. Especially in this situation where the Ligier team has a job to do to try and catch up. Build as big of a gap as you can. We're gonna try to keep Gerald ahead of the Crow. We're gonna try to make sure that Gerald secures that P2 in the championship and maybe even gets a chance to fight with Domska. Because as you saw in the standings, Domska is ahead. It is a big gap, but it's not entirely comfortable. There's still 3 rounds of points to be decided. This is the first. If it's 5 points every round, it's not quite enough. It does need to be much more than that. And 5 points is the difference between, I think, 1st and 3rd place. Domska is already losing more than he's allowed. If Gerald has a blistering ending of the season, we could end up with Gerald and Domska fighting it out straight up in Spa. JJ makes a little bit of a mistake and concedes a little bit more time. Let's quickly see what's going on in general. Statue and Dustin are starting to lose sight of Gerald. Gerald very far ahead. Statue, unfortunately, after that mistake, is just not able to keep up with the pace of the leader. Nolsey, after his mistake, caught up back up to P9. Maserati also keeping up with him. I think these 2 are doing exactly what they need to be doing. I think they'll be satisfied with their pace, let's say. Rider is behind there. He will be trying to catch. Manfred behind there, and then Game Tiger, last driver, currently not in the points. The only one not in the points for him will be a survival race, and I think he is a lap behind right now, unfortunately. It's about that much time. Very good business from Geralt. Currently 9 seconds between this man and this man. These men, in fact, they are very close together. Crow will be a man on a mission. He's trying to catch Statue. He's doing that with success. I don't think he's catching Geralt in terms of time. I think in terms of pace, you're currently looking at Geralt first, the Crow second, Domska third, where it would finish with the space. Although I think Geralt has just dropped a second. So, and I will also say the timing tower in Automobilista 2 is about as reliable as the timing tower in the 2025 Bahrain Grand Prix that we just saw today. It's more reliable, in fact, which is a little bit depressing. Game Tiger is in the pits. I think he has some damage. He's going to be fixing that. Hopefully no issues from there. I'm trying to see, is Donka trying to fight, or is he just trying to... Oh, actually, I'm not trying to see anything. Maserati and Nolzi, they are fighting. Maserati was behind. Is he going to be able to overtake? Oh, it's a bit tough. Nolzi is not going to let this one go. It's so tough to fight on this track, because there's so many technical sections, like right here. If you go side by side here, you're both losing time. That's just the way it is. You're also risking all kinds of nasty outcomes that neither one of these drivers want. But they are very close. They're keeping it very tightly so far. I think Nolzi expected more. Nolzi wants more pace. Maserati is showing what he is capable of. He is showing his classic Hockenheim pace. So, everybody, please put a prayer into the chat for Maserati's fuel team, for his pit crew, to find the fuel hose to actually put fuel into the car. It has been fixed. It should be fine. But it would be so depressing if it happened again. And I would write an angry email to Ryza. That would be outrageous if that happened again. But I think we're good. I think we're going to be okay. Who is looking on the inside? I understand this is not a move you can make. I think did go a little bit deep, but no way for Maserati to benefit from that. Looking here, going left, going right again, trying to go for a good exit here. Maserati is using a lot of space. He's alright. As long as the game doesn't complain, I think you're good. Unless you cut a corner, and then they will look at it. Nacho, JJ, I think, make a couple of mistakes. He's currently 8th place behind Nacho and Michael. And there he goes, Maserati on the inside, all through his hairpin. It's very, very tight. Nolzi holds on. There was no margin between those cars. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing. As close as they can be. Maserati keeping up the chase. He's not going to give up. It's very interesting. On the screen, it almost looked like they touched. And it might be that in some version of how the internet works with this game, they would have touched. But they seem to be okay. He misses that corner. He has to stay behind Nolzi. He does that. He loses a little bit of time. That's completely fine. That's not an egregious corner cut. What is egregious is the pace of Geralt Smith, who's walked away from the Crow. He's only 10 seconds behind, it seems. So I will say the Crow is gonna start feeling the dirty air from the man ahead. Statue is not very far ahead of the Crow. Statue and Dustin just not being able to keep up with the 3 faster drivers on this track right now. Their names Gerald Schmidt, the Crow, and Domska. A Benetton in the lead, and Leger's trying to catch that. man ahead. But right now, it doesn't look like they will. It's a long race. Weird things have happened. I think we are looking at a 1 stop so far. No early stops. I think at some point people are going to start pulling triggers. And then we'll really see what the strategies are. There might be undercuts, there might be overcuts. I think in these cars you want to do an overcut. I think Geralt has made a mistake. No, he hasn't made a mistake. He's going into the pits. I was like, oh, there's no pit stops yet. Everything's fine. Geralt is going in very, very early. Lap 12. If you double that, you get to 24. And if you add 12 to that again, you get 36. Is it a 2-stop? Is Geralt going for a 2-stop? Is that why he's so quick? That Pitman just really make a flip. There's Michael ahead of him. Is Nacho going to be ahead of him? That might be a problem. No, I think he's alright. I think Geralt is alright. He will have some space ahead. I think this is the real reason why Dustin let him go. Reason being, they are different strategies. Geralt needed to use his pace. He was lighter. He needed to drive faster. Dustin, I think, is on a 1-stop. Geralt probably on a 2-stop. Or he's doing a 1-stop where the second stint is purposefully longer. Where he will be trying an undercut. I'm not sure that's going to work. I don't think an undercut would work in this case. But he does have the benefit of his first stint being absolutely rapid. I wonder what Domska and the Crow will do. If they are on the 2-stop, I'm pretty certain the Crow will go in now. Because fighting with Statue will cost him time. If he doesn't get past now, he would have to come in. Ooh, and Statue actually just lets him go. Statue thinks this is not worth it. This is not my fight. They are just faster. I'm just going to preserve these points that I have. Even if it means conceding a position. He's virtually going to be in 5th place after Domska overtakes him. Assuming Domska does. It does look like he will. He's got speed. He's got an opportunity here on the inside. Late on the brakes. Statue's not letting this one go quite as easily. But he does let it go. Statue demoted to 4th place. The Crow in 2nd. Domska in 3rd. Dustin is in the lead. And that gap, I think, will close. It's not going to be a comfortable lead for long. 2.5 seconds is never comfortable. But you do see more people pitting. Nulsey is exiting the pits right now. Ride or Die, same thing. McLarens have double stacked. It seems like this is another 2-stop. Not certain, but very, very possible. Look at the top 4, you can see them all very close together. Domska and the Crow, I think, are the closest two together. They are, of course, teammates, and they have been working up the field after giving each other a shake into turn 1, into lap 1, which had disastrous consequences. They both went off track. They lost all of the positions. They ended up last place and have been fighting their way up ever since. But they are now fully back into the fight for a podium, a win. What's it gonna be? They're currently just seemingly passively following the Crow. They've really made that handshake mean something. There are no fights, there are no tantrums. They are being very mature about this. It's almost refreshing to see it in sim racing. You see so many people, they get involved into a crash, blame the other person, and then decide to cause a crash themselves. Which is unfortunate, but these guys was very professional, very quick. Decide to be better. Apologies for the camera moving there. I was muting my microphone through a hotkey and didn't realize it would change the camera. Got some drone footage there. Those guys looking now. Ooh, it's not as passive as I thought it would be. Yeah, well and truly fighting. Oh, not really. Domska completely lifted off there. They're not fighting. They might have accidentally got very, very close. He's trying to show, look, I have better pace. Worry about me. No, what's the real kicker here? I need everybody in the chat to keep an eye on Gerald Schmidt. He has already stopped. He is clearly on a 2-stop. I might be wrong, but I think he's on a 2-stop. Dustin, his teammate, is in the lead. Might be on a 1-stop. If Dustin slows the Crow and Domska down, Gerald could very well, I think, ooh, yeah, that was Game Tiger on the grass. Gerald could very well benefit massively from that. Currently 10 seconds behind his teammate. I think he's catching every lap. The closer he gets, the better it will be for him. But he does have Michael right ahead of him. And that's somebody he needs to clear. Not because he's too slow, but because his tires are too slow. On the same token, though, the Crow is ahead of Dustin. He needs to clear... Don't do that. He needs to clear Dustin. And it's just as mission critical. Oh, but Dustin doesn't decide to hold him up. Dustin goes in. Now that, I think we have seen people pitting for tires to the end. There is an undercut attempt then from Dustin. Is an undercut going to be faster? Domska and the Crow now in the lead. Lige 1-2 is what we are looking at. Dustin is now exiting the pits, whereas Nacho is also coming in. Nolsey is nowhere near. Michael is ahead though. The Crow in P1, Domska in P2, these two have been so strong this season. Today as well. I think their performance today is also worthy of a commendation, a bit of praise. Most of all this season, they've been excellent, both of them. Domska has been absolutely dominant though, for a couple of races. Last race, not so much. In Imola, he was beaten soundly by the Crow. It was a different kind of race though. It wasn't a dry race, there was a lot of rain. He wasn't doing poorly, but the Crow simply did a better job. Today, it seems like they have to fight it out on track. It's unlikely Domska will be champion today. But it is starting to look like it's not a total impossibility. What would need to happen? Well, Domska would need to win for one. And secondly, I think neither Gerald nor the Crow can score more than like 4 points. Very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. But not impossible. I think Domska will just want a comfortable amount of points, because a comfortable amount of points means it is so much more likely to clinch the title in the next race. And it doesn't matter if you do it now, it doesn't matter if you do it later. It will be his first title if he makes it. Michael has also gone into the pits. Interestingly, I think Statue went to the pits, right? Or did he not? He's either on a 1-stop and he hasn't, or he's on a 2-stop and he has. That's what I'm thinking. I wish I had a way to check, but this is just the way it is. Statue currently in P3 though, right ahead of Geralt, who is catching. Speaking of catching, Domska is so close. Oh man. They are so close in time, but if I look at them, they're not fighting. There's not going to be a fight. The Crow's going in. The Crow is going in early. He's going to try for to keep an undercut. Oh, he's just starting to run out of fuel. Statue is now in. That will be his stop. Where's the Crow going to emerge? This is going to be endlessly interesting. Geralt is past. He's far past. Where is Dustin? Dustin's rounding the last corner now. Dustin is on the start-finish race. Where is the Crow? The Crow is moving. You can hear Dustin's car though. It's blasting. It's going to blast past. That's going to be crucial. Yes, it does. That is a small undercut that appears to have worked. Very well. The tires do mean a lot on this track, it seems. Dustin in P3 will be able to fully assist his teammate Geralt Schmidt, who may have to stop again. We do have to keep that in mind. Dustin is in P3. I think he will be able to fully fight for that position. So Dustin is fighting for a win here. Very, very likely. If Geralt is on a 1-stop, he's actually going to finish the race after a very early stop. Fair play. I think he would make it. He has done something very, very similar before. But currently looks like Dustin is fighting for a win here. Potentially. Domska hasn't stopped yet. Domska is stopping. There he goes, braking for the pit limiter. Got a very early box, and Geralt is already past. See, Geralt does have very, very good pace today. He is clearly faster. If he's on a 2-stop though, he does put himself into a bit of danger. The Crow is 16 seconds behind and overtakes Domska. Domska now exits the pits and Statue is not near. Domska lost a little bit of time. It does look like the undercut has been stronger this race. It's beaten the overcut. So now it's gonna be mostly a straight battle. The real question on everybody's mind is Geralt gonna pit? I have confidently stated in my life before that Geralt was definitely going to pit, and then he didn't, and then he won the race. I feel like he is going to pit, and I feel like he's going to have to really drive the socks off that the next tires. But look, it's very possible he does the same thing again. He tricks me again. He fools me again. Geralt might be sticking it out. He stopped on lap 12, let's remember. If it's lap 24, that's when I would expect him to stop at the earliest. That's what would make sense. JJ is starting to catch right at eye. JJ looks to be very strong early in the race, made a couple of mistakes and now has dropped back to 11th. Funnily enough, that still doubles his point tally. He gets 2 points for it. He's currently on 2 points, so it's alright. But he will want more. I think he feels like he deserves more with his pace. He just needs to drive it. Easier said than done. The Crow is starting to catch Dustin. This might be a very, very long battle between these two. I'm not sure how much Dustin thinks he needs to defend. I'm not sure how much Dustin can defend. But he is trying to play every single card he has. If that doesn't get penalized, that's fair game. The hairpin... Dustin's taking a little bit of a wider line. He's going for a faster exit, late apex. I think he's gonna need it. Not sure how the dirty air... Ooh, the dirty air does affect the Crow a little bit. The line wasn't optimal, but he still has the speed. Seems like Dustin's comfortable with a little bit more downforce. Perhaps. Or the slipstream is just that strong. What's it gonna be around the outside? Is that gonna be the Crow into the virtual lead? Ooh, it's side by side. Ooh, the Crow has to take to the grass. I don't think he's gonna stick with that overtake. That's technically not allowed. Inside's being defended by Dustin. Ooh, it's hairy. He doesn't have the pace. He doesn't have the speed. The Crow definitely does. There's going to be a defense on the inside from Dustin. The Crow, I think he's just going to drive past on the outside. Is it going to be enough? He breaks. They are side by side still. Dustin is on the inside. He's not letting go. He thinks there is really something to fight for here. He's trying to give his teammate a free pit stop. It's not going to be a free pit stop for his teammate. The Crow is past and he is going to start hunting back. Oh, but it's not done yet. Dustin is there. Oh, and there's a collision. There's a collision between these two drivers. And Domska is past. Dustin, I think he's going to have to give himself a penalty again. I think he was too ambitious. The Crow is back in P4. Oh, the Crow will be a bit upset at that, I think. Portuguese Grand Prix was a disaster for him. This is not quite as bad, mind you. But still, getting hit again in a fight where you were absolutely fighting for the lead. Potentially, if Geralt is going to pit, we're going to assume he's going to pit until lap 26. And it's been taken away from him again. He's going to be a little bit furious, I think. Hopefully he stays calm. Hopefully he doesn't cause any accidents. But it's going to be a proper fight between these two, I think. He's going to want that position. If Domska's a good thought about it, it will help him. But I think Domska also is looking forwards. If he loses too much time, Geralt is going to have a free pit stop. It's going to be completely game over. Dustin has actually done what he needs to be doing for the team. For Geralt specifically, he is keeping Geralt into a championship fight. The Geralt really, he has a right to be in there. He has been quite good this season, but Domska has been so strong. It should just be Domska's, but it's still a fight because of what Dustin did so far. The Crow is now faster on the inside. This time, I don't think it's going to be as much of a battle. And Dustin is letting it go. He's not going to switch back. He's not going to stick it around the outside here. He's simply looking... just browsing, and that's that. The Crow is in P3. He's on the podium. Dustin is gonna have to stick with P4. Geralt is now gonna have to drive the lap times of his life to stay ahead, and if he needs to stop again, he needs to drive everything these tires have. He needs to drive everything out of it. In about 3 laps time, we will know if it's going to be a 1-stop or a 2-stop. If he has to stop by 3 laps, but it is a 2-stop, I'm going to be really upset with him. That's a joke. I'm completely fine with him. Nosy. I clicked on Nacho. I thought Nacho might be close to the guy ahead, who is Nosy. And the real news is that Nosy is the guy ahead. He's currently in P7, doing a great job for the McLaren team, for himself as well. Currently 15th in the standings. On only 4 points. I think if you finish 7th place, you get 5 points. Off the top of my head. 6 points. So whatever adds up to 13, sorry. Whatever adds up to 13. I think it's going to be 6 points. We're very happy with that. We're getting on to the double digits. Speaking of double digits, we've got another candidate for double digits, Max Manfred. He's currently on 9 points. As it stands, he will be tied in points with Nolsey. Those two absolutely have something to fight for. For Max, it's mostly a case of stick it exactly where it is. Do not retire. Very important. JJ in P11. I think halfway through the race I started expecting more from him, but unfortunately things just haven't gone his way. Ride or Die in P10 will be happy with that. Maserati, I think, has really shown very good promise today. I think he's also stopped twice, maybe? Whatever the case, it's not over yet. And there we have our answer. Gerald Smith, lap 24, 2 12 lap stints. It was always gonna be a very well thought out strategy. And it's gonna be Domska, exactly where he wants to be in the lead. De Croo, second place. And that's gonna be the real trouble for Gerald, who's now coming out of the pits. And his teammate is right there. Now Gerald does emerge ahead of his teammate. I think that's quite important. Just no kerfuffle, no questions. He is just ahead. He will be able to move forwards. He will be able to look forwards, to try and move forwards, to try and catch the Ligier cars ahead. Will be giving it his best to overtake De Croo and then Domska for the win. What else have we got to look at? There's a couple of small gaps of 2 seconds, which are small in some sense, but it's not exactly a fight yet. Same with Gerald and De Croo and Domska. They're about 2 seconds apart from each other. There is something brewing there, but it's not there yet. It's just not ripe. Nacho, Nolsey, that might be a fight that we're seeing later. Got 10 laps to go. And maybe 10 more fights to watch. It's not over yet. We take this small quiet moment to thank everybody for watching so far. If you are enjoying it, do not forget to follow me. It does help me out a lot. Same with the channel, the YouTube channel. If you're watching there, subscription would be brilliant. You will not miss these races. You will not miss Nacho getting in these very, very close to Nolsey. This is a fight right now. Nacho has got Nolsey in his sights. The gap that was 2 seconds is now 4/10. Visually still pretty big. Oh, but you see where Nacho gains. It's the confidence under the brakes. Almost looked like it will be a collision, but Nolsey not quite happy with his brakes, it seems. Something to look at for next race, I think. It's got the Red Bull brakes of the Bahrain Grand Prix today, just not working as they should. Nacho very confident under them. Keep an eye on the top 3. I do think Gerald is starting to catch a little bit. It's still a decent gap, but that is going to be a fight for second place at least. See, Ride or Die has really close up to Maserati. They'll be squabbling. Potentially. Let's see what this braking zone looks like. It's not as bad and Nolsey as the turn 1 braking zone. Statue is in the pits. I do wonder if there are more people that still need to go for a second stop. Clearly a couple of drivers on a 1 stop. One of those drivers is not Gerald Smith, who is catching up to De Croo, who is on a 1 stop. His tires will be gone a little bit. Gerald is faster, but he's also behind. And the problem with being behind is that the car ahead of you is a physical manifestation. It is physical matter. It has mass, and it occupies space, most importantly. You're gonna have to go past him. And the Crow is gonna use that car like a sword to parry these attacks. And this is an important one. This is also not only for Geralt to stay in the championship fight, if he can get past Domska, but if Geralt stays behind the Crow overtakes him in the standings today. And the Crow will absolutely want that. Well, currently Domska, the Crow, and Geralt. Domska will not be running away enough to clinch the championship today. But it will be fairly comfortable from next race onwards as it stands. We hope for him he doesn't have to skip a race, because that will make it actually kind of difficult. Geralt is faster, he is right there. But now comes the time where you have to find a concrete place where you can overtake. Where you are faster than your opponent. And you can use your car to force him aside. Not off the track, preferably. Get it in between somewhere. The problem is the Crow is also really good at this game. Very fast. He makes very few mistakes. You could maybe chalk up the turn 1 incident to a mistake on his side. Maybe. But other than details like that, he's doing a great job. It's looking like Geralt is gonna need to make this move soon. Oh, he does it now on the inside of the last corner. Oh, and there's a collision. Oh, he taps him straight again. Is he gonna let this go? Is my question. He does. He does lift off a little bit. He decides, you know what? I think it was pretty obvious. He broke very late. He stuck his nose in too late. Very, very good sportsmanship between these two. And immediately the Crow makes a massive mistake. Geralt Smith takes the position. It's not quite over yet, but that is really funny. That is really funny. Immediately the Crow makes a mistake into turn 1. And Geralt Smith doesn't take... you know, he will not refuse a gift like that. He's currently in P2 and he will now be able to start catching up to Domska and will be able to fight for the lead. He's got 6 laps to do it. Game on. Other than that, we've got Nacho. He's still chasing. Nosy. McLaren currently in P6. We're very happy with that position. If he does finish there. We do have a retirement. Oh no! Oh, I know who we've lost. This is a disaster. The Crow has retired. The Crow has retired from the race. I feel like that's a disconnection. Oh no. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the chat. I think he will probably tell us what happened here. But yeah, that's the Crow unfortunately being disconnected from the race. And that's him out. Hopefully he's not still in. That will make me look like an idiot. But yeah, that's unfortunately the Crow out. As far as the fights, the championship, the race is concerned, he had done his fight. It would have been a very solid P3. So unfortunate for it to end like that. It does mean, fortunately for Nolsey and Nacho, they're fighting for a couple more points now. They got 1 extra point each. So there's Dustin, who will be closing a gap to the Crow. Maybe undeserved, but that's just the way it is, unfortunately. You've got, in real Formula 1, of course, also cars simply exploding sometimes, if you're unlucky. Just losing power. It is what it is. Our beneficiaries, and unfortunately the Crow is the biggest loser there. It does mean, happy news is Game Tiger is getting a point today. He hasn't got a point this season yet. He has joined a couple of races. Hasn't scored anything yet. But he will. It's currently in P12 and that's the point. DNF or not. It seems that the gap is still... It's being maintained. It's not comfortable. But it is being maintained. Nacho not quite able to close that gap. A gap that is slowly but surely closing us to the lead. We're keeping an eye on it. Ooh, they're squirming. You can see that the car is getting more and more difficult to drive as the tires start going off. Nulzy struggling a little bit. Nacho, he's able to keep up, but catching up is not quite on the menu yet. It's got a couple more laps to do it. They're on the lead lap, so until lap 35 and including that. Be a very polite chase for now. So not catching up yet. He does get close under braking occasionally. Honestly, just not quite consistent there. Little longer to go. Lap 32 out of 35. 4 laps to go for these boys and about 3.5 for Donska and Gerald. Specifically for Gerald to try and catch up to Domska. But currently, you have to say, it looks like it's not going to be enough. Domska doing a very good job. He has very good pace today. After a kerfuffle with his teammates at the start of the race, he's more than made up for it. Very good pace, great speed, very few mistakes after that. Been a bit tough getting through the pack. He's making a one-stopper work very well. And this is kind of what you want to see in real Formula 1. You've got two strategies here. Got a one-stopper of Domska is being actively challenged by a two-stopper of Gerald. When I do see Statue is being caught by Nolze. I think Statue's made a mistake. These three are very, very close together indeed. I think this is the fight we're going to watch. I'm not sure if Gerald's going to catch. It's starting to look more and more unlikely. Oh, it's very late on the brakes from Nacho. It misses the corner a little bit. Nolzy looking forwards more and more. Statue is right there. So someone who hasn't been on my radar too much, but he has actually done a very good job. Michael is in P4 now casually. Oh, Nosy makes a mistake. That's Nacho straight up through. It's just one mistake and immediately a position is lost. Nosy is going to have to settle for 7th after all. Maserati in 8th place will be happy with the points he will be getting. Right, it all stays that way. I will say Nosy does look a little bit faster throughout most of the track. Really able to follow in that slipstream, in that turbulent air behind the Sauber car. We'll say Statue just seems to have the pace on these two. I don't think they'll see Statue back again. Not as close as they did before. Was looking for a good exit. He nearly gets it. He has to hesitate a little bit on throttle, but he does have the slipstream. He does have the speed. He's going left around the outside for turn 1 then. Oh, but he squeezes a little bit. Nacho forced to take a very compromised line. Does he make it? Oh, he makes it stick. He actually makes it stick. Very good job from Nacho, who holds on to that position. I was expecting him to go 5 miles deep, but no. Fair enough. Good exit from Nosy yet again. I think this might be it. He's side by side around the outside, and he's got the corner, and he's got 6th position back again. I'm not sure these two are done though. They are fighting a lot. Oh, and Nosy immediately makes a mistake again. Comes out of nowhere. Just a little bit deep into the hairpin. Immediately they swap positions again. It's Nacho back in P6. It's Nosy back in P7. Make up your minds, boys. Nosy does have the better pace, but those small mistakes he keeps making do start to cost him. And what's also going to cost Domska is maybe his tires. They are not up to snuff. It's the last lap of the race, and these two have not decided where they're going to finish yet. Oh, there is a little bit of collision there. Gerald Smith will have a chance. It's through these corners, the SS downhill. But they will not be able to go side by side, but Gerald will be lining up for a better exit. I think he's got a good exit, but so does Domska. Gerald is not catching up. Is he going to go for a dive? No, it's not going to be possible. You got to behave. A good exit out of here, then is it possible? Oh, he's got one. He's getting very close. Fortunately, through here, he has to lift. He does not have any ability to stay close through there. A deep run into here is not going to be possible. He's just going to have to stick it out through here. Stay as close as you can. Late on the power. Very nice. And he's got pace. He's got speed. He's got the outside. Is it going to be a move into this chicane? It's a move for the lead on the last lap of the race. Goes side by side. Ooh, but he has to cut the grass. Ooh, and he's gonna give that back, maybe. He does. He wants to fight it back. Oh, and Domska makes mistakes. Domska makes a mistake, and Gerald Smith has won the race. Domska's not coming back for this. They're not giving anything back. Gerald Smith is the winner of the European Grand Prix. What an excellent race at the start. It looked like Gerald Smith cut the grass. He gave the position back. Domska made completely voluntary mistakes at the end. And he has to settle for P2. Dustin comes home in P3. It's a double podium for the Benetton team after the Crow had to retire. Michael, impressively in P4, will be happy with that result. Statue is in P5. And Nacho has actually gotten rid of Nosy this time. And it's going to be P6 for him. Provided nothing crazy happens here. They're settling for those positions. Maserati, I think he still has a long way to go. But it's looking like he will be in P8. JJ also still driving. It's going to be P9 for him. Who else have we got? The Ride or Die has already finished. He will be P10. Max is 11th place. And we've got Game Tiger in P12. He will have a point. He's going to be ecstatic with that. His first point. He's trying a donut. It's not as easy as it looks. I think just about everyone has finished except for Maserati. Yeah, that's it for the race. No, I think JJ is still driving. JJ is the last one who will cross that start-finish line in 9th place, taking home some well-deserved points, tripling his point haul. Very happy. Maserati will also be getting his first point of the season. Quickly, who has the fastest lap of the race? Let me save the replay. I think it is... No, it's Statue. It is... I thought it was going to be Geralt, but it is Statue. Statue has the fastest lap of the race. Great. So, what does that mean? Well, let's have a look at the race results first of all, of course. Let me also... I forgot this last few races. We've removed the winner banner. Gerald Smith, of course, wins that race, although there are some details that they will look at in the steward room. I personally think, you know what, he gave it back. Domska had a clear chance to... And there's a lot of discussion to be about that. We did see, I think, years ago, was it Hamilton that cut the corner at Spa, gave it back and immediately re-overtook. You could say that's over, leaving track in an advantage here. It was very clear that Domska made a very big mistake into the last corner. We're going to see what the stewards say. So it's going to be Gerald first place for now, Domska in second, 15 and 12 points respectively. Dustin third place will bring home 10 points. Michael doing an excellent job for the Sauber team, bring home 9 points. Matched by Statue, who got 5th place and the fastest lap, which is a bonus point in this league. Nacho is in P6th, followed by Nolsey in 7th. We've got Maserati AC, JJ, Ride or Die, Max Bramford, and Game Tiger will all be bring home points. Look, that's all of our finishes today. Got 2 non-finishers who are the Crow and our stand-in driver, Dmitry Petrov. His first outing for SSR. What does this do to standings? Well, Domska quickly add 32 to 66. That's still not enough for a championship. He's got a very good chance to get it after the next race, so we'll keep an eye on that. Geralt is now comfortably in P2 as well. Dustin is in P3 after overtaking the Crow, who unfortunately didn't finish the race. Statue in P5, actually equal on points with the Crow. I hadn't noticed that yet, but the Crow has won a race. So a Statue. The Crow has got a 2nd place. Statue hasn't got that yet. So that's why the Crow's ahead of Statue. Rannis is behind that, still 2 points ahead of Nacho, who had a great race today. A good race today. Michael had a great race today. He's catching up to his teammate again. Kaflo wasn't here. Silva wasn't here today. Max was here today. Enters the double digits. Very happy for him. And Nolsey also enters double digits and the first page of this driver standings. Whereas we've got HM wasn't there. Ride or Die has got points today. He will be very happy with that. Maserati finally has his points that he deserved after Hockenheim. He's got them in Germany on the other track. I'm very happy for him. Game Tiger also off of that harrowing, I should say, 0 points. Yeah, he's on the board. He will be happy with that. And the rest, a lot of people that haven't joined, haven't driven, haven't finished. Team standings, I'm very curious. Let's say Lee J still in the lead, 131 points. The gap has closed a bit though. 190 points for the Benetton team. There's still 2 races to go, so it's possible that they overtake. Not very likely, because Domska's so quick. The Crow is so quick. His internet needs a bit of work. Otherwise, they've got a very good shot to keep that first place. Very simply. Sauber team, currently in P3. Then we've got Ferrari right behind that, 3 points difference. Williams has dropped a bit, no points for them today, of course. Runners will have to really put in a lot of work to try and get P3 again. And Silver, of course, also needs to put his best foot forwards. The Jordan team in 6th place, ahead of the McLaren team, who now has 16 points. that is going to be a fight, I think, for the rest of the season. And Nosy will want that McLaren team in the sixth position. Very possible. See if we can do it. Minardi, 7 points. Simplex got 6. The Palmer team not present today, but they've got 1 point on the board, and Tyrrell has nothing so far, unfortunately. Yeah, that's, I think, everything. That's all I had. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy these kinds of races, do make sure to follow me on Twitch. You will be able to watch them live. You will get a notification and everything. Subscribe on YouTube. I will post the VODs of all the races there. Watch those. Enjoy them. Relive them. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you again. Calendar. Hello. 11th of May. Goodbye.